And just like that, it's time for our weekly roundup of all the things Lady just ain't gonna do this week. All right, so number one, y'all gonna leave Kamala alone or nah? Now, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but there's been all kinds of articles and weird news pieces over the last couple of months about how the president should drop her from the ticket and whatnot. The most recent one dropped in Politico last week, talking about how the Republican strategy is going to be to go after Vice President Harris as they also cast doubt on President Biden. Hear me out here, okay? I know some of y'all ain't fucking with her, and that is your prerogative. It really is. That's your prerogative. I really only give a fuck about it if y'all vote, and a lot of y'all making all this noise about her don't make noise at the ballot box, so it really don't matter none to me. But I cannot get down with aligning with the Republicans on any of this shit, especially when they really don't have nothing to show for themselves, except no policy, no progress, no proposals. We've talked about this. So look, Lady is personally and politically in a place where I got to keep it all the fucking way real with y'all. Biden-Harris is what we working with, okay? It's either that or Trump, DeSantis, Pence, or Paul Ryan, because we know Nikki Haley ain't got a shot in fucking hell, and frankly, neither does Tim Scott, bless his heart. Non-participation sends no message at all and doesn't change shit about the options. Now, when it comes to those choices, I am damn clear about what I'm finna do and what I'ma work like hell to get everybody else to fucking do. Now, as far as vice presidents go, do I want Kamala to do more? Indeed, I do. But truth be told, that shit ain't really up to her now, is it? But I'll tell you what, I do want her to be the tie-breaking vote in the Senate. I do want her in Biden's ear about what needs to be done policy-wise in this country. And I want the White House to give her better projects and not the sinkholes they've been handing her, because what else do these people do with Black women besides give us the shit they done fucked up? Now, the way to push for more and have leverage to do more is to put somebody where you want them and make sure they know it was you. Game of Thrones style shit. You know what I'm saying? November is coming, so act accordingly. Other things Lady ain't gonna do this week: insurrectionists inside of law enforcement. I mean, really, tell me more. Now, we got a show coming up for y'all on this very, very soon. But in the meantime, in the news this week are two separate stories about insurrectionist sympathizers inside of law enforcement. Yeah, like the DC Police Department and the motherfucking FBI. Now, in DC, a police officer tipped off the leader of the Proud Boys that he had a warrant out for his arrest for burning a BLM flag that was stolen from a historic Black church. Now, the officer at the time was suspended with pay. Oh, yeah, I said that. With pay a year ago. He just got indicted this week and he finna be arraigned. Okay? Now, Republicans this week also held a hearing in Congress allegedly on the weaponization of the federal government against conservatives. And during that special House committee meeting, it was revealed that not one, not two, but three former FBI agents had their security clearances revoked after it was revealed that two of these motherfuckers had either attended the insurrection or expressed alternative facts about the insurrection, which in layman's terms means they were in on the shit or they felt good about the shit. In other words, they was with the shit. Oh, I forgot about this part. This is the best part. One of them refused to participate in the arrest of somebody who was involved in that shit because allegedly they felt it was an unnecessary use of force. Right. Now, the men testified about how their lives had been impacted by losing their jobs. I mean, they're struggling to find work and support their loved ones while they themselves are being investigated. Now, real quick, I'm going to hit you with this stare my mom used to give me when I was acting out and fucking playing myself. So let me just give it to you. Now, riddle me this. Exactly what did you think was finna happen when you were doing things like, I don't know, downloading documents to an unauthorized flash drive, talking shit on these interwebs to coworkers and friends about trying to overthrow the federal government, which employs you, and things of that kind of nature? I mean, the audacity of whiteness is absolutely fascinating to me at this point. Now, y'all could have asked any motherfucking Black person, literally anyone. what was finna happen to you? And we would have told you straight the fuck up. The feds do not play about they shit. But really, it's the whining for me. So let me get this straight. You want the government to pay you to overthrow it. This kind of shit makes me want to crawl right back into bed, pull the covers over my head, and go the fuck back to sleep because the overall stupidity of this shit is just, it's too much for me. God bless, okay? Let's jump into things Lady loves this week, though, because we need a little highlight, a little upper. Number 1, Lizzo, loving on her body and her health. Come through, Lizzo, for being an ambassador on this shit. Now, the award-winning singer shared this week that she exercises for her mind and to perfect her craft, not to be thin. Now, Lizzo has been known to take on fat phobia of all kinds in the public arena, and we love her for that. I mean, it is no secret that this society hates on fat people, and then on top of that, has this weird culture of like dieting and being bone thin, when in reality, that shit is just unattainable. And really, it's actually undesirable for like 80% of the population. What Lady loves about what Lizzo has shared here is that wellness is not about being skinny. It's about taking care of your mind, body, and spirit. Now, I've been on my own fitness journey for the last year and a half or so, and I notice how different I feel, how much stronger I am, how much discipline I've developed just by pushing myself to not get skinny, but to stay committed to my health. And yes, truth be told, my body does change. But if I'm keeping it a buck, it don't change enough for me to stay committed now. What keeps my commitment is how much stronger I feel, how my emotional and mental health has changed. But most of all, I am 100% here for how much paying attention to my wellness has also offered up space for my body acceptance. And this, I think, was her main fucking point. So thank you, Lizzo, for cutting through the bullshit and making it plain, sis. Keep your eyes on your own damn plate and get healthy for you. That's the fucking moral of the story. We love to see it. Thank you, sis. Other things on our list of things that we love this week. And we haven't talked much about this, especially because we knew we was going to have the classic man on the podcast this week. But we would be remiss if we didn't just plug one more again that Me, You, and God by Jidenna is an excellent fucking album. And trust me, you want this in your life. I mean, it feels like 85 to Africa was also such a dope album. And sometimes with artists, like, you just never really know if they can keep bringing it. And more than that, you never really know what they finna bring you. And Jidenna, honey, he brought it. Okay, like I said, there's so many good songs on there, and really, it will take you on a journey. Y'all ready? No skips. Get into it and holler at your girl. Let me know what you thought. Get into the link in my bio. Lady Don't Take No Pod on Instagram, and you'll get it.